Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are now live. Here we are live on YouTube.com. This is another installment of Around the Point. I felt like I did this yesterday already. In case you guys did not realize, myself and Big Mike went live after Hard to Kill went off the air. Hopefully you guys check that out whenever you get a chance to. But it is today, January 17th, 2021. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday. Hope all of you are looking forward to the new week and all that fun stuff that's happening. The Royal Rumble is a couple of weeks away still. WWE still has time, I hope, to pull a rabbit out of the hat to get everyone excited for the show coming up and all that fun hippity hoopla. Ethan Page got played by Impact Wrestling. We'll talk about that during the show. Also, the big news coming literally out yesterday with WWE announcing not one, not two, but already 3 WrestleMania dates and locations for the upcoming 3 years. All this and more on tonight's edition of Around the Point. Now, this will be the part, I guess, where you would cue an intro and all that stuff, but we don't have that here. We don't have that yet. As we speak, I am in the works of getting a new logo and hopefully a new overlay. Hopefully that does debut on next week's show. So I look forward to that coming up, if you will. Like I said before, I've already got a lot of things coming in 2021. I bought a new pair of Jordans. I got a new microphone. I have a new pair of glasses coming in. These, what I'm wearing right now, I don't know if you're watching this on the YouTube video portion of the show, but these pairs, these prescriptions, if you are, these lens, whatever the fuck the kids call these frames, if you will, the frames, these are like 3 years old. Yeah, they're like 3-year-old frames. These are like my backups in case the other ones that I have break and the other ones did break. So I'm wearing these until my new ones show up. And I cannot wait. I cannot fucking wait until my new frames finally arrive, which should be in this coming week. And I now have I'm getting a new logo, new overlays and all that stuff. And literally this week, last Friday, okay? I was so close of buying a gaming laptop. I was so close. When I mean so close, I am talking, I was already about to shake the dude's hand from Best Buy, right? We're in the talks. I was ready to, when you go to buy something now, you got to insert your card in the chip reader. Yeah, I was that close. My card, right, was already sliding in. And then I'm like, you know what? Not right now. Boy, the person at Best Buy was tight. I can just look in their face. They were mad when I pulled that move at the end. The same look, the look the person at Best Buy gave me is the same look I give a customer at the job I have at the supermarket whenever they don't want a certain item at the last second. And I thought about it again. I was so close of getting a new laptop. And again, it's one of those things where, again, I was so close of getting a new fucking gaming laptop. And it's one of those things where I'm like, nah, you know what, bruh? We don't need this right now. And by the way, I'm not going to say who you are, but I know who you are. I know who you are, bruh. I know who you are. I'm not going to do it. Just know that I'm not doing it. No, we ain't doing that here, bruh. We ain't doing that here. Just know that right now. Anyway, but yeah, I was so close to getting a gaming laptop. I talked about this for a while. More than anything, I was thinking about it. Do I get a PC or a laptop? The reality is this. I do have right now on me an iMac. That is amazing, by the way. It's fucking amazing. But if I get a gaming PC, I don't want to give this up either. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just get a laptop. So there's that. There you go with that. Nope, we ain't doing that, buddy. We ain't doing that here. We ain't doing that, if you will. No. We ain't doing that here. We ain't doing that over here, buddy. Not today. Not today. Anyway, guys, I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. I hope all of you are enjoying yourselves and all that shit. There's so much to get into. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys too. I really wasn't planning on doing this today. I really was not. Work was it was one of those things where I really didn't want to do it. I really did not feel like doing the show today. I just felt like, honestly, I had a long day at work. And it's crazy because I got home, I cooked dinner. Here's the thing, my cousin got me for Christmas a bottle of Jack Daniels. I had it just chilling in the house. And I opened it on Saturday. Literally yesterday, I opened it. Where I had a couple of drinks. I bought Mexican Coca-Cola to have with my drink, right? As I'm watching Hard to Kill. Which, by the way, if you're going to have Coke and Jack, Mexican Coke is the way to go. So I still have some left over. And I'm like, you know what? I want to make something. Because, again, I love to cook. And I've seen a lot of recipes with Jack Daniels. And I don't know if you guys, again, if you follow me on Instagram, I posted a reel with the food that I made. With the Jack Daniels sauce and all that shit. It's fucking amazing. I did a chicken breast, pan-seared chicken breast. I did also a pan-seared shrimp, mashed potatoes, and then I did a Jack Daniels sauce, which consists of brown sugar, soy sauce, Jack Daniels, ketchup, what else? Sriracha, fucking garlic powder, and then minced garlic and honey. And it was just so fucking banging the way it came out. I'm proud of myself. I am fucking proud of myself, if you will. So there was that. So yeah, I tore it up. I fucking tore it up. And now here I am doing this podcast. I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Let's finish the week. Let's start the week strong. Let's get this out of the way. And all that fun stuff. Thank you, Big Mike. It looks delicious. I appreciate it. What up, Silver Surfer? Hope everyone, again, is doing well. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves, like I mentioned before. If you have questions for the show, feel free to drop in your questions and all that fun stuff. And I'm coming off banging, by the way, in the audio. Come out amazing, by the way. Coming out amazing. But again, I was not going to do that. I was not going to do that, by the way. Address the person in the chat. I seen the activity. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not impressed, buddy. Not impressed at all. So, by that being said, I know what you wanted. You're going to get that from me. Just saying right now. You're not getting that from me. If you will. ¿Qué sé quién eres? No, papito. No. Anyway. Just a shitload of stuff to get into. Like I mentioned before, myself and Big Mike, yesterday, we covered Impact Wrestling Hard to Kill. This past week, also, we brought back the throwback because, again, you guys already know, it's Royal Rumble month. So because of that, we decided to go back to yesteryear, and we reviewed the 1998 Royal Rumble, which is in the archives of the channel. This week coming up, we'll be reviewing the 2008 Royal Rumble. And then the week after that, it'll be the 2015 Royal Rumble, in case you're wondering, if you will. But that will be the rundown for this month's edition of the Throwback. Anyway, like I mentioned, there really wasn't much to talk about in wrestling this week. Literally last night, the news came out that WWE has already not announced not one, not two, but already 3 years worth of Wrestlemania. location, and date. Holy shit, this is the first time that I can remember, to my knowledge, that they've done this. No shit. It is the first time they've done this shit. What the fuck am I talking about? What the fuck? What the fuck am I talking about here? So, this is crazy. This is fucking insane. When I saw the news, I'm like, there's no... And again, WWE posted a video on their YouTube channel, like a little skit. I admire the attempt. I thought it was funny for what it's worth. But there's that. What was I going to tell you? I watched it. And in case you guys don't know, yes, WrestleMania this year, and I have it on my notes here, by the way. This year, WrestleMania 37 will be taking place on April 10th and 11th from Raymond J. Stadium. Now, in case you guys remember, last year WrestleMania 36, was supposed to originally take place at Raymond J. Stadium. It never happened because of COVID. The world went to shit, and WWE had to ended up taking their show to the warehouse at the Performance Center. Yeah, that was terrible, right? But again, it was what it was. But now, so it was supposed to be this year in LA, but with this whole COVID and the restrictions still, and the fact that WWE does not want to do Tampa Bay and Raymond J. Stadium dirty, they're going to stay in Florida, literally this year. They're staying in Florida. They're not going anywhere. And they're going to have WrestleMania 37 in Raymond J. Stadium. My bad, 37 this year in Raymond J. Stadium, not in SoFi. And also get this, they're going to be selling tickets to the show. Now, I am not sure. I'm going to find out right now anyway, because fuck, we're going to do this right now. Let's see here. Raymond J. Stadium. Let's see here. The capacity for Raymond J. Stadium is 65,000 seats, right? If there was no COVID right now, they would say, oh, they sold out 70,000. But because of these restrictions, right, they'll probably do, because again, there's going to be 2 days of WrestleMania, just like last year, 2 days, which I think is smart because, again, I've been already to 3 WrestleManias. The idea of being there in the stadium is awesome, right? Being there live is awesome. But holy shit, being there for 7 to 8 hours is torture. Believe me, it's fucking torture. I did it 3 times already. Keep that in mind. So, them doing this 2 days is awesome. I'm okay with it. Now, what do I think is going to happen? As far as attendance-wise, I think they could probably do each day 20,000. And then, but they'll probably make up a number and shit, if you will. Also, the question is, who would be willing to travel out to Florida or to Tampa Bay for this event? That's the question also. Who's willing to do it? I don't know. But we'll see. I think, again, though, the first time they're selling tickets and all that stuff. But again, though, listen, the Mania 37 is another two-nighter. I'm okay with it, though, bro. I'm okay with it. I think it's one of those things where it's better than being there. And again, you're talking to a guy who's been there already, the 3 WrestleManias, and I had to sit there for so fucking long. WrestleMania 35 was my breaking point. I said at the end of WrestleMania 35, I said this to Walter, right? You can follow him at Hey, I'm Walter, okay? Formerly known as Knowledge of Wrestling. I told this to him, bro, as we were heading back to Brooklyn, like, bro, I'm retired after this shit. After this trip, I am retired from going to WrestleMania. If I ever go back again, it's probably when I'm older, when I have a kid. That's probably the next time I'm ever going, right? But who knows? Who knows? But there's that. They're going to be selling tickets. I look forward to that, seeing an actual audience, if you will. Again, in Florida, there's no restrictions. People are doing what the fuck they want to do in Florida, if you will. So there's that. Also is announced that, let me see here, the notes here. WrestleMania 38 is going to take place on April 3rd, 2022 at AT&T Stadium in Arlington/Dallas, Texas. Now, this makes me want to go back to Dallas. If you okay, Fabe, the Univision building is calling. Hey, Matt from In the Robe Show. The Univision building is calling. It brings back memories for me. WrestleMania 32 brings memories to me because, again, the trip that happened in Dallas between me, Connor, and Matt. I got drunk the first day in and all that fun stuff, okay? I did a whole vlog. I have a playlist on this channel if you've not seen it. Again, this is like, where are we now? In 2021? It had to be like 5 years ago. Just keep that in mind. So there's that. Now, they're doing it. They're going back to Dallas, which is fine. Again, we don't know what's going to happen next year as we go into 2022 with the pandemic. We don't even know. But here's what I do know. In Dallas right now, in Texas that is, right? Sporting events are allowed to have people in the building. Limited, though. Let's put it this way. There's a coincidence in a way when you think about all of this. Last month, Errol Spence Jr. fought Danny Garcia in Cowboy Stadium, which is the same stadium that WWE is going back to next year, WrestleMania, next year's April in 2022. So there's that. Also last month, Canelo Alvarez fought Callum, some British dude. He fought a Brit in the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. Again, a stadium with limited people in the building, or in the stadium, if you will. So there's that as well. So again, in Texas, they're allowing fans in, but there's a limited amount of people you can have in the building. So that kind of makes sense if you're WWE. And then there's California the year after, in 2023, right? At SoFi Stadium, April 2nd. Now, we don't know what's going to happen 2 years from now. Who's to say by that time we're living normality again? Who's to say? You never know. But it's a coincidence that they picked these three cities because, again, the restrictions are not as heavy. Granted, right now in California it is, if you will. But who's to say what happens 2 years from now? But as far as Florida and Texas is concerned, not a coincidence at all. I mean, there's a coincidence. Not surprising. There's not that much restriction. So we'll see what happens. But if I had to choose to go to one, I'd probably do Dallas. Maybe California. Who the fuck knows? Again, it all depends on what happens to me at that point in time in my life. You never know. Who to say by the time we're in 2022 or 2023, I might have a wife. I might get married. Or maybe I might have a child on the way. You just never know. Just never know. Anything can happen. Anything can fucking happen. Or maybe I just might stop watching wrestling. Just never know. But we'll see what happens. Let's take everything one step at a time. Okay? Let me read some questions here. Okay? Hey man, I know you've been fucking with FIFA, which I have been. Next sport I gotta get you on is rugby 20. I'm not really big into rugby. I'm sorry, brother. I'm not really big into rugby. Hey Heel, do you think there will be a Colby Covington versus Kamaru Usman part 2? But he broke his face. Kamaru broke his face. Why would I want to see that fight again? I mean, Colby looked good against Tyron Woodley. What I want to see, this is just me, of course, is Colby versus Jorge Masvidal. At this point in junction, I'll even say this too. With what's going to happen come Wednesday with, a change of power in our country. Is he gonna still portray that gimmick? Will he still be wearing that red hat with the letter with the phrase about something great again, if you will? That's what I want to know. Because I'll say this right now. I'm seeing I don't want to say it. I don't want to get. I don't want to get there. I don't want to go there right now. But we'll see what happens. As far as Kamaru versus Kobe, yes and no. I mean, if Kobe wins his next fight, if that is against Jorge Masvidal, then maybe. But at the same time, with Kamaru, I know he's fighting Gilbert Burns coming up, so there's that as well. So let's see how all this shit pans out. It maybe, just maybe. But remember, he broke his face. Hugh Constantine was the best of that skit. You can't see me, yes. Thoughts on Tama Tonga's, this is from Dave Sack, by the way. Tonga's words about Kenny Omega calling his AEW Impact faction a Bullet Club reunion, and the fact that Kenny took it to the next level at Hard to Kill wearing Bullet Club merch. Simple. A work. You're being worked, kid. You're being fucking worked. You're being worked. You're being worked. Can someone make a soundbite of that? I know DJ Khaled has congratulations. You played yourself. I need someone, please, who's listening to this right now, do a screen record, if you will, of me just saying, ha ha, you've been worked, ha ha. Please, that would be so awesome. Send it to me. That'll be fucking awesome, if you will. Ha ha, you've been worked, ha ha. You've been worked, ha ha. So there's that. I mean, listen, who's to say, really, honestly? I know the next pay-per-view is Rebellion, and if you noted, there's an Omega logo, and it's really just caught me now. There's an Omega logo on the Rebellion pay-per-view logo. Who's to say that in the upcoming episodes of Dynamite, hell, even Impact, that we see Tama Tonga and, the GOD show up? We'll see. We'll see how that pans out. But for now, you've been worked. Let's see here. Wasn't Mania 36 2 nights around 3.5, 4 hours long? No, 36 wasn't. 36, yes, was a 2-night show. 3 hours almost each one. Hey, heel, did you ever meet Tubby Emu? No, I've never met Tubby. Actually, yes, I have. Holy shit. It's funny because this happened in 2016. This was SummerSlam weekend. Me, Walter, and DJ Eric went to an Evolve show before TakeOver Brooklyn 2. And as we're leaving the Evolve show, we're calling an Uber. And everyone put it this way, everyone that was in that at the Evolve show were calling Ubers just to get to the Barclays Center, just to haul ass to Barclays Center. And I remember waiting for an Uber. It was me, Eric, and Walter. And who happens to be there as well is not only Tubby Emu, but Pulse. Yes, fucking Pulse, CM Pulse. And we just chatted real quick. Nothing serious. I didn't go like, hey, I'm a YouTuber. Hey, check me out. No, that's what you're wondering. No, I didn't do that. I hate doing that. And I said this before. Listen, me doing this is awesome. It's a hobby for me. If you guys ever meet me at a show, please, I ask you guys right now, do not view me as this YouTuber / podcaster. No. Don't put smoke up my ass, no. Treat me like the asshole that cut you off on the road. Please do. Yes, I've had people buy me drinks. I've had people smoke me out. Awesome. Fucking awesome. But I saw these guys. We just chatted for a little bit. But nothing like, oh my God, to go crazy about, if you will. So there's that. That's my experience meeting Tubby Emu. Also, I've met in 2015 kid behind the camera, Pickle Boy. As I'm walking toward the Barclays Center, he's in line to go to TakeOver Brooklyn 1. And that's where we met. I think I have a photo on my Instagram of me and kid behind the camera. You know, that dude that overreacted to Batista winning the Rumble or Rock beating CM Punk back in like 2013. Yeah, that same Tubby Emu. I have it here. I'm trying to find it right now. You guys are making me go on my Instagram right now and go into photos and shit from like yesteryear. Holy crap, you fucking assholes. I love you all. I fucking love you all. You've been warned. Let's see here. I'm almost there, guys. Relax. Relax, dorks. Relax. We're almost there. And there it is. There's me and there's Tubby Emu. There you go, Tubby Emu. I'm not Tubby Emu. Kid behind the camera. Pickle Boy. Pickle Boy. Also, I have a photo of myself with the beautiful Noelle Foley. This is before she was, she made Frank the Clown a simp, if you will. So there's that. There's that. Colby Cook, because Woodley is washed, yes. Two things. One, if things get better, do you want Mania 40 in Vegas? Two, when McGregor wins this next fight, do you want to see McGregor-Khabib rematch? Okay, number one, if the world get back to normal, right, WrestleMania 40, there's a part of me that, yes, Vegas, because Vegas is a nice place to visit again, especially for WrestleMania, right? However, at the same time, there's the traditional person in me that's saying, you know what? There's a part of me that wants to see WrestleMania return for the 40th anniversary, in this case, right? Back to where it all began, Madison Square Garden. I wish, again, for WrestleMania 30, they would have done MSG. But they did New Orleans. They did the Superdome, right? WrestleMania 40 coming up. Again, I would love for them to do Madison Square Garden, not MetLife Stadium, right? But if you're not going that route, do Vegas. And listen, again, I said this a long time ago. Not every city is meant to have WrestleMania. I'm sorry. All right? This goes for me, who lives in the Northeast, right? I live in Jersey, the Northeast, right? You think of the Northeast, you think of New Jersey, you think of New York, Philadelphia, Boston, right? An area that's passionate about pro wrestling. The Northeast fan base, and I'm not saying this to be cocky. I'm not saying this to be an asshole. We are the most passionate fan base you'll ever see in wrestling. We'll put every other region of this country to shame. But what sucks that when it's cold out here, it's cold out here. Especially in April and March and April, it's cold out here. We should not be hosting a WrestleMania. I'm sorry, we should not. To me, it makes a lot of sense if you want to do WrestleMania in a place like California, Miami, in Florida, if you will, Texas, Vegas, because in March or April, it's nice out there. It's touristic. You can go places. So when people complain and bitch that, how come WrestleMania not in Minneapolis? How come WrestleMania is not in Vancouver? I'm sorry, what do you guys have? What's there to visit? Because if I'm going to WrestleMania, if I'm going to your city, what does your city have to offer me? If I'm spending 3 to 4 nights out there, what does your city has to offer? So if the idea is Vegas, fuck it. Why not? And now number 2, when McGregor, and I love how you just think he's going to win right away. I just love how you think he's going to win right away. I don't know. It's going to be a tough fight. He's fighting Dustin Poirier. Yes, it's a guy that he beat back in 2014. I get that. But we're talking almost 7 years. What is it? Wait a minute. 15. Almost 7 years ago. 6-7 years ago, the last time they fought. And a lot has changed. Yes, Conor went on to have all the success the first guy in UFC history to win both the UFC featherweight and lightweight championship, both at the same time, to hold on to those belts at the same time. He drew a lot of money for the company, became larger than life, went on to fight Floyd Mayweather, got his ass kicked, right? While Dustin Poirier, after losing to Conor, has had the best run. Went on to lightweight, became the interim champion, has had the stellar fight with guys such as Justin Gaethje, Eddie Alvarez, Max Holloway. Got the police coming right now as we speak. Hail Steven, come out with your hands up in the air, motherflower. You've been worked. I feel like I'm about to make that into a shirt. You've been worked. If you think that would be a cool catchphrase, press 1. If you think you've been worked will be a good catchphrase or a shirt, what have you, press 1 now. So, I don't know what's going to happen Saturday. It's going to be a good fight. I'll say that much. At the same time, don't sleep on the co-main event. Michael fucking Chandler finally making his UFC debut against Dan Hooker. And then the possibility that Khabib might come back out of retirement if either of these two fights impress him. Pray. Still waiting on WrestleMania to come to Detroit. Maybe. Why not? I mean, if I go to Detroit, I want to go to the Kronk Gym to visit, but there's that, if you will. Let's see here. I don't like that Impact is taking credit now for Lucha Underground murders, LOL. I'll get into that in a little bit, Dave. What's up, Eric? How are you, brother? Who would win in a boxing match? Jake Paul or Nikado Avocado? Jake Paul, bro. Come on, man. That fight is going to be sick. Can't wait. Who do you prefer for WrestleMania? More people but outside venue, or nice design indoor venue with less people? I just want things to go back to normal. That's what I want to see. I believe, I'll say this, I'm not an architect by no means at all, but I believe that a lot of these stadiums nowadays should have the ability to have your mechanical roofs, where if it rains and shit, you close it in. For example, look at the Santiago Bernabeu in Madrid. Yes, it's a nice outdoor stadium, but they also have the ability to make it indoors, if you will. I know it's Europe, but there's that. That should be the designs here in the country. I'm sure these new stadiums are having that now, right? But these old stadiums, right, such as MetLife and I guess Yankee Stadium, and again, I'm not familiar with these stadiums, okay? But I just want things to go back to normal, and all that fun stuff. Okay? Also, we are now less than a month away from Mayweather's fight. Nikado Avocado is a mukbanger who eats fast food for a living. Is he like Ricky Santel? Hold up, is he like Ricky Santel who eats like these fucking big portions of meals within a fucking minute, like within a time limit and shit? I know that dude. That guy's entertaining as fuck, but other than that, it is what it is. And as from now, we're less than a month away from Mayweather's fight. You mean his exhibition fight, because he owes the IRS a shitload of money. So there's that. Let's get back into this podcast. If you guys have more questions and shit, feel free to chime in the chat and all that fun hippity hoopla. Again, there is a new logo debuting next week, I hope. I have a graphic designer in the works with a new logo, with a new overlay. I expect good things for the podcast in 2021. One of my goals for 2021, I don't like talking about this a lot, but what I would love to have happen is, number one, bring back the live call feature. I would love to bring that back. Live calling. Post pay-per-view shows and all that fun stuff. The problem is, with the Mac, it's difficult because it's difficult to download a virtual mixer. I mean, there is, but it's difficult to program it here on the Mac. Now, granted, if this was a PC or a gaming PC or a gaming laptop for that matter, right? I could just download a voice meter and boom, we're off to the races, if you will. But what I do want to get, hopefully, if I still stick to this iMac, is get a mixer. And from there, I could probably do the live calls or the conference calls and shit like that. That'll be a goal. Also, another goal is to get a lot of likes on the podcast, on the videos, so that when you watch a YouTube video or so from other YouTubers or podcasters, this humble little podcast will pop up on the recommendation. So that's another thing I want to have happen. Also, and I don't like doing this, but hopefully bring in guests on the show, if you will. Here's the thing about it. I know I've said in the past that I don't like doing guests on the show because I feel like when I have to bring a guest on the show, I have to kiss their ass almost. And I don't like doing that, if you will. But that's just me. Okay, and at the same time, I get awkward. I get, a little nervous and shit like that. But that's the goal, hopefully, in 2021. Or some of them, if you will. But let's see how everything goes out. Let's see here. Ghetto Heel Steven versus Sean's View boxing match. Oh, he would murder me, bruh. That guy would murder me. Nah, we don't want to see that. Now, Ghetto Heel Steven is gone. That dude is gone. If you, again, want to relive the old days of Ghetto Heel Steven, I strongly recommend you check out the, what's it called? The Archives. There's a video that I did on some guy that I guess I unlisted again. If you still have that video saved, go watch it. That's as close as you'll get to old classic Heel Steven, if you will. But as far as, the other guy, I wish him well. I hope there's success for him. But yeah, there's that. What the fuck did I just do here? What the fuck? Here we go. Here we go. Reading computer. I think you should start a series called Stone Views. Go back and watching all the wrestling cinematic matches. I do that all the time, though. But it's like, we'll see, though. Never say never, Dave. Never say never, Dave Sack. Never say never. We'll see. Also in the news this week, WWE Champion Drew McIntyre got the vid. He got the fucking vid. Apparently last Sunday, he tested positive for COVID-19. If you watch on Monday Night Raw, it was supposed to be originally Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. And let's be honest, who really wanted to see that again? I'll wait. You've been worried. So instead, we got Triple H. They brought out Triple H. And it's funny because it's like Triple H is like, oh, I respect, I like what you did to The Fiend. You put him on fire, right? I like that. But what I did not like is that you disrespected the legends like Big Show, Mark Henry, and Ric Flair. Head scratcher, I fucking know. To which then Randy Orton, called out Triple H to a fight. Triple H didn't want to do it. And then Randy Orton went back to the ball stuck in wife's purse playbook. And Triple H bit. One thing I'll say too, I don't know if you guys caught this or not, but Triple H's forehead is, I know he's bald now, but that bald head was shinier than a motherfucker. It's like if I could see my reflection from home on his bald head. Holy shit. But there was that. That was the main event. Triple H and Randy Orton. Also on the and again, this is not a review by no means at all. So throughout the show, you had these like videos that was sent in by Drew McIntyre. And I like the fact that they finally acknowledged COVID on WWE programming. It took their WWE champion, who's going to face a Hall of Famer in Bill Goldberg in a couple of weeks at the Royal Rumble, just to test positive for COVID-19, just so they can acknowledge that, hey, in the world right now, there's a thing called COVID-19 on live television. Listen, I wish for Drew McIntyre a speedy recovery. It sucks to have COVID. Trust me, I know. It's the worst feeling in the world. Granted, I was stuck at home for 2 weeks. I had some symptoms. I had a fever. I had chills. I lost my taste buds and my sense of smell. That sucked because when I was eating, I had to put hella salt and pepper and ketchup and syrup just to get flavor on my food. But after the 4th and 5th day, I was feeling okay. I just didn't have my sense of smell or taste, if you will. I didn't have any of that shit. But I like the fact, though, that he acknowledged that there's COVID in the world, telling fans to wear a mask, social distance. Awesome message by WWE. Also, WWE, let's bring out 70-year-old Ric Flair to the Thunderdome, knowing that there's a big chance that he could probably get COVID at his age range. Just so he can do an angle with Lacey Evans and Charlotte Flair, where Lacey Evans is supposed to be this classy Southern belle, but now she's being reduced to be Ric Flair's cheap thrill. Because the old man still has it. The old man still fucking has it. Woo! Woo! But in case everyone's wondering, yes, Drew McIntyre will be cleared just in time for the Royal Rumble. He will be cleared, to my understanding, so there's that. The match is still happening with Goldberg. The match is still happening. So get ready for that. And get ready, because I'm telling you guys right now, when it's all said and done, it's over. It's over. It's over. Bill Goldberg is going to beat Drew McIntyre as he kayfabes in the chat. He sees it in the chat. The haggis. The haggis. Oh, the haggis. I'm sure Drew right now is eating all the haggis, if you will. That was a terrible impersonation. I know Connor's a better one than me, so there's that. Reading the chat here as well. If Drew won't be cleared, which he will be for the Rumble, which is your preferred booking audible? Goldberg versus Orton or Keith Lee for the vacated title, or turning the Rumble into a championship match? No. Let's assume, hypothetically speaking, let's play, I guess, let's just assume right now for a second that Drew can't make it. What do you do? I don't like the idea of an interim champion. I know they do it in MMA. In the UFC, they do that a lot, right? I know in New Japan, technically, Kenta is the interim U.S. champion, even though he's carrying with him a briefcase until Jon Moxley shows up, which he did at the Tokyo Dome in a video promo. I don't know. Wait a minute. Let's do fantasy booking here for a second. Drew can't make it. What do you do? Yeah, I guess you could do a triple threat with Orton, Goldberg, and I guess Keith Lee, just to have him in there, right? Because after all, even if Keith Lee would lose, which he would, he could still pop up in the Royal Rumble. Like, how many times, right, has the person that's challenged for the WWE Championship or Universal Championship at the Rumble pay-per-view lost and then went on to the Rumble match? It's happened before. It's happened in the past. So it's possible that could happen, right? That being said, if they were to happen, I put the belt on Randy Orton. That's what I would do. So there's that. Or if not, Sheamus. There's also Sheamus in the background, right? You could do Sheamus versus Drew versus, I mean, you could do Sheamus versus Keith Lee and Orton and Goldberg if you wanted to. A fatal 4-way where finally Sheamus wins the belt, right? But he pins Keith Lee. He turns heel, right? And Drew isn't there. And then you're off to WrestleMania. So there's that. Honestly, give me the Rumble as a WWE title match. I mean, they did in 92, they did in 06, so why not? They could do that route too. So we'll see. We'll see how that's going as well. But until then, you've been played. No, I said it wrong, did I? I butchered my fucking new slogan. You've been worked. So let's see what happens. Again, I wish Drew a speedy recovery. I hope he makes it in time for everyone's sake, right? Again, the message is simple. Wear your mask. Protect yourselves. Don't vacation during COVID. Even though in February, I'm taking a vacation from work. And I am going to the best resort that money can buy. God damn it. And you guys can't fucking stop me. You want to know where I'm going? I'm going to tell you right now where I'm going. I am going to the best resort, and that is home. Home. You've been worked. So there's that. Taking a vacation in February. I'm going to be home because it'd be dumb for me to go somewhere during this pandemic. So there's that. But Connor, man, I'm telling you now, okay, Fabe, WrestleMania 30, what the fuck? Yeah, 38 coming to Dallas, bro. We might have to go back to the Univision building. I'm just saying. Also in the news, talk about some Impact Wrestling. Now, I did mention yesterday that myself and Big Mike, we reviewed Impact Wrestling Hard to Kill. And one of the matches on the show was a cinematic match between Ethan Page and the Karate Man, played by Ethan Page. It was in a green room effect, and apparently Ethan Page did not like what Impact Wrestling did. Ethan Page felt played by Impact Wrestling. So this is what Ethan Page basically wrote on Facebook, I guess today. And this is what he wrote in quote. From the afterlife. Because if you remember, right, on Impact, on the pay-per-view, right, the Karate Man took out Ethan Page's heart out of his chest. So this is Page's quote. End quote, by the way. From the afterlife, I'm going to take a full-blown break from social media. I'll be staying active on my personal Patreon as much as I can, and probably in this group too, because I love the Fig Life and you guys. So this was written on the Major Wrestling Figs Facebook page, if you will. But man, last night sucked. He talked about the pay-per-view, the match, if you will, right? I am so embarrassed with how Impact lazily edited that segment last night and forced it to be a joke. I felt the thought of the same guys fighting each other was comedy enough. And the more serious we took it, the better the reaction would be. Because I left the company, they lied to my face and just did what they wanted the whole time. I'm sorry if any of my fans paid for that pay-per-view and felt cheated. I honestly feel the free version I gave away was made with more love, care, and attention to detail. Sadly, I have no control over the creative or final product. The editor refused to send it to me beforehand. So I saw it live with you guys and was surrounded by family, all scratching their heads at the high school project level delivery on a pay-per-view. Burn. I pray People know I didn't edit that hot garbage. I actually begged Impact not to even have Karate Man on TV. I only wanted it for my YouTube channel, but we don't write the shows. We just get the scripts and do our best. I don't know what else to say. Breaks my heart this company refuses to respect its talent or its fan base on a regular basis. I tried. Oh well, life goes on. The door is closed. Now let's focus on what's next. So, Ethan Page got played by Impact. And listen, if you're an Ethan Page fan, you can say, you can say, oh, it's fucked up what they did, right? I get that. But you got to understand this too. Ethan Page is now a free agent. When the match was premiered live on pay-per-view last night, he was already a free agent. His contract with Impact expired on the 1st, I believe on December 31st or January 1st, one or the other. So right now, as we speak, he's a free agent, and Impact could do whatever the fuck they want with the content. So I say fair play. And listen, I like Ethan Page. Let me be clear on that right now. I like Ethan Page. Remarkable talent. It's a shame that he won't be sticking around with Impact. It's a shame. Because I feel like Impact could have done something with him, right? I even like the North. But it goes with saying, he's no longer under contract. They could do what they want. Likely now he'll go somewhere, maybe in AEW, maybe WWE. I'm sure WWE would love to have him. But right now, hey, Ethan Page, you've been worked. But that's around the point, folks. Hey, Dustin Nunn, you've been played, you've been worked. So, yeah. Let me read some comments here in the chat. T-shirt front, UBM, UBW. On the back, on top, small heel Steven logo. Back, a center larger. You've been worked. Karate Man killed Ethan Page at the Kumite. Yes, he did. He fucking killed him. Absolutely. Moving on. Again, this is going to be a short show. We're about to wrap things up in a little bit here. So in case you guys did, I did watch Dynamite, the ending of it. I didn't watch the entire thing. Okay. What I did watch was the main event of Brian Cage challenging Trevor for Trevor's TNT Championship. Now, you're probably asking yourselves, who the fuck is Trevor? Trevor is Darby Allin. For the new listeners out there, the reason why I call Darby Allin Trevor is because, yes, Darby Allin loved taking all these ridiculous wrist spots, right? And these video promos and shit. Like when he was put in a body bag and dumped off the skateboard ramp and shit like that. Reminds me from Trevor from Fresh Prince. Look at the episode where he proposed to Hillary. He did his bungee jump and then, Hillary Banks, will you marry? You've been worked. So there's that. That's why I call him Trevor. Yeah. I saw the match for what it was worth. Brian Cage beat the holy fuck out of Darby Allin, a.k.a. Trevor. Beat the holy fuck out of him. He tossed from the ring through the announcer's table, just literally tossed him outside the ring through a table and shit. Beat the crap out of him. Just literally beat the hell out of him. He was bleeding and shit. And it's like, okay, we're about to have a new champion. That's what I thought. Holy shit, Brian Cage is about to win the TNT Championship. Trevor is not all right. Someone should check on Trevor. That's what I was saying. And then out came Sting. Sting comes out, and Darby Allin wins out of nowhere. He beats Brian Cage. Darby wins, LOL. I mean, is Sting now the manager of Darby Allin? Trevor? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Here's the thing about it. I'm cool with Sting being on AEW, but holy fuck, he's been now overused. Now, can we just say that right now? Holy shit. Can he take, like, AEW, give this guy a week off or two? Just saying. Just saying, okay? Also in the news, I didn't watch again NXT, but I did hear about the debut of MSK. Let me just find out who the fuck these guys are now again, because again, it's been a while here. Let's see here. Here we go. So the Rascals, as you guys know, have been repackaged, right? They made their debut on NXT. They took on the team of oh my god, I'm having a brain fart right now. They took on the team of Isaiah Swerve Scott and Jake Atlas, right? So now they're now being known as Wesley and Nash Carter. So that's their new name now, Wesley and Nash Carter. Not a bad names. The tag team name MSK I can get behind. I'm just like everyone else. What the fuck does MSK even mean? If you will, that is the question here. But they did pick up a win. They looked impressive. They even did that move where I think it's where Wentz does like a fucking shooting star, a standing shooting star, and as he's in midair, Xavier just shoves him. He did that move and got a near fall. Eventually, though, it was all said and done. Wentz ended up pinning, I want to say Isaiah Swerve Scott for the 1-2-3. Made sense because, again, it's a team. It's a legitimate tag team, an MSK, versus this put-together team, makeshift team of Isaiah Swerve Scott and Jake Atlas. So it made a lot of sense that they did go over. So there was that. Again, I didn't watch NXT. I know next week is the fight pit match between Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. If you got questions for me, drop them in the comments, okay? So there's that. I also saw on SmackDown, because I saw the clips on SmackDown, okay? Kevin Owens has now replaced Adam Pearce. So WWE had cold feet, and now they have Kevin Owens replacing Adam Pearce, because Adam Pearce was supposed to be the original opponent for Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, my tribal chief, your tribal chief, the tribal chief of the world, for the Royal Rumble. And it's crazy because throughout the entire night, Adam Pearce wanted Roman to sign the contract, right? And they get to the ring, and he signs the contract, and then Adam leaves the ring. You're like, I've waited all night for you to sign that contract. And apparently he all of a sudden had like this knee problem. And to reveal that, hey, you know, when someone's injured, there's always a replacement, right? Same contract standards and shit. And now came Kevin Owens. So it's going to be Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns once again for the Universal Championship in a last man standing match. So there's that. Now listen, I love Kevin Owens. You guys know that already. But am I clamoring to see another Roman and Owens pro match at the Royal Rumble this time? No. Even if it's last man standing. I mean, let's just assume, hypothetically speaking, yes, Kevin Owens can win. And then drop the belt at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Give him a short run. But at WrestleMania, it better be Roman Reigns at Raymond J. Stadium, walking in as Universal Champion. That's all I'm saying. But again, WWE had cold feet. They saw the backlash from everyone. They got so upset that Roman is facing Adam Pearce. Everyone got mad, and WWE at the 11th hour got cold feet and said, fuck all this shit. Not 11th hour, that's exaggerating. But you kind of get the idea. So that was go with Kevin Owens. I did see Kevin Owens promo from Talking Smack, which is very well done. Him and Paul Heyman, right? So there was that. Also, I saw Apollo Crews pinning Sami Zayn, holding a bunch, getting a handful of pulling the tights, if you will. So it was like we're seeing this heel turn now of Apollo, which I'm fine with. I'm fine. And putting him with Roman Reigns, yeah, he's going to benefit that. So there's that too. Also, Shinsuke Nakamura defeating Jey Uso. It's like he's now a babyface, right? And he got his old theme song back. And on a post interview, he talked about he wants to face Roman Reigns. So who to say, right? Can you imagine at the Royal Rumble, Shinsuke wins, and instead we're getting a Nakamura, King of Strong Style, right? Versus Roman Reigns instead of Bryan. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But to me, with the whole Nakamura thing, is like, yeah, they're doing this now, right? Because they need people to feed to Roman Reigns until you get to WrestleMania. So there's that. I don't believe that at WrestleMania Nakamura's winning the championship or he's winning the Rumble. I don't believe it one bit at all. So there's that also. But it's cool. Hey, you're doing something with him now, right? A little too late. The ship has sailed, if you will, right? But hey, if you're Nakamura, it's like, God damn it, I was so happy being lazy as shit, just surfing. Now I got to put in the work. God damn it. But I'm getting paid, so fuck it. But if you're Nakamura, you've been worked. I got to work on the catchphrase. I'm going to get into it. All right. Just calm down. All right. Calm it the fuck down. Reading here. My thoughts on Darby Allin. Whoever took Spike Dudley serious. Better question. Why did anyone take Spike Dudley serious? Answer. Cody Rhodes is taking Spike Dudley serious. LMAO. Do you see WWE having fans at WrestleMania? Apparently for WrestleMania 36, I'm sorry, for 37, Chief, at Raymond J, there will be fans in the building. Limited fans to my understanding, but we'll see how that works out. But hopefully, yeah, down the road, when the pandemic is over with and everything is back to normal, hopefully, we don't know when, but hopefully, we can see it happen. Only time will tell. If the fight pit ever makes it to the main roster, which are your top 3 fights they should do? Me, Lashley, Riddle, Becky, Shayna 2, Lashley, Lesnar. Let's just get one thing clear. That will never hit the main roster. Never going to happen. Because let's be real about it, I do not trust the people in the main roster creative team to do something with the fight pit. For them, the fight pit is going to be a cinematic match. Let's get that clear right now. But out of those 3, if I had to pick one, I would say, because it suits them better, I would say Lashley and Riddle for the U.S. title. That's what I would do in the fight pit. But we'll see how they manage to get things done here and all that shit. But yeah, that's basically... if you guys have more questions, feel free to drop them in. I can't wait for Saturday. Conor McGregor fighting again against Dustin Poirier for the second time. Michael Chandler's debuting in the UFC. I have work before that. I have work tomorrow and then in the morning. So there's that as well. And I'm sipping here on some strawberry lemonade Gatorade. I might play some FIFA in a little bit. I don't fucking know. I honestly do not know. Let's see here. Dave, you guys have kicked ass today in the chat. I appreciate you guys 100%. 100%. I appreciate all of you. You know what, guys? I'm going to wrap things up here right now. This was fun, but I'm getting tired. I have work literally tomorrow around 9 in the morning. So I want to get some sleep in right now. And I feel like, I've been live now for an hour. So there's that too, if you will. So this was fun. I thank all of you again for tuning in tonight. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below and all that fun stuff. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Make sure you guys tune in this week. And make sure, again, you hit the bell icon. Be notified when I upload a video. Later this week, we'll have the next installment of the Throwback. Myself and Big Mike will be going live. Well, not going live, but we'll be reviewing the 2008 Royal Rumble. So make sure you tune in for that one. If you have not yet checked out our 1998 Rumble reviews in the archives of the channel, so go give that a listen. It's also available on the podcasting platforms, where you can also check out Around the Point, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, Anchor.fm, also over at Spotify. If you're on Apple Podcasts, please, I encourage you, dork, watching this right now, to leave a 5-star rating. It does help out the podcast in the long run. So why would you not? Why would you not? Follow me on Twitter, Instagram at HeelSteven. All right. And yeah, there's that. And that's all I can say here. I was so close to buying a gaming laptop and all that stuff. It's going to happen. We're just waiting on the next stimulus check, if you will. So there's that also. All right. But follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. As always, guys, hate, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, you say they wouldn't do the fight pit on the main roster, but they did it all underground, but they're not doing it no more. All right, guys, as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. I am Steve, and this has been another installment of Around the Point. Peace out, dorks. You've been worked.